At the small forward position, at 6'6", number 25, at guard, 6'5", number 11, Tim Hardaway Jr. At forward, 6'7", number 10, Dorian Finney-Smith. At the center position, at 6'9", number 35, Christian Wood. At guard, 6'7", number 77, the head coach is Jason Kidd. Another round of applause for your Dallas Mavericks.
Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Miami Heat. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Tyler Hero was the 2022 Sixth Man of the Year. He says he patterns his game after another 6'5" guard out of Kentucky who was taken with the 13th pick. Hero said, "All I watch is Devin Booker, just picking things out of his game and trying to work on it. I think I'm capable of doing what he does if I continue to improve." Big goals, Kevin. Big goals.
Big goals are good, though, especially for a kid like Hero who can go as high and as far as he wants to. Good stuff. Good model. David, thanks. So the opening lineup for the Heat. Backcourt pair will be Lowry and Strus. Caleb Martin out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Adebayo in at center. And for the Mavericks, up front it's Finney-Smith at the 4 with Wood at the 5. At the guard positions, it's Doncic and Hardaway Jr. And it's Bullock in at the small forward position. Everyone's excited to see these two monster teams battle it out. You know, Greg, whoever comes out on top tonight will have really made a statement to the league.
And, Kevin, no matter what happens, this is a great opportunity for both teams. They say iron sharpens iron. The only way you get better is by facing challenging opponents.
Butler passes to Martin. Back to Butler. Stolen away. Now here's Bullock, defended by Butler. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Slam down by Doncic, a monster in the backcourt at 6'7".
You know, Smitty, what's incredible about Miami's D, they don't need to block a ton of shots to protect the rim.
Kevin, it's all about awareness, communication, and positioning. Whether they're in zone or man, they stay completely connected almost every possession.
And that one, good. Doncic has got his second basket.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Passes to Butler. 52 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. A three-pointer, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Doncic. Got it. Good job in the low post. Doncic has got 6 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here's Lowry. Pass to Martin. Just 5 to shoot. He hits it from 9.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And there it is for him. He's got 8.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there.
And it's Butler missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Mavericks lead by 6. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center.
Okay, fans, time to make some noise.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Here's Doncic. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. The backcourt pair will be Doncic and Dinwiddie. JaVale McGee is out there with Powell, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
You talk about a defensive menace. That's Dorian Finney-Smith.
And he has a knack for coming up with a big defensive play. Often lines up against the opponent's most important offensive play.
Drills the three-pointer.
Well, opponents worry about Oladipo's quickness attacking the basket, which really helps him create good looks from the perimeter.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 8. There's the pass to Powell. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's McGee. Rebound by the Heat. 1:04 left now here in the second. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. That one falls. Butler's got his first bucket in this one.
Often delivering as much punishment as he takes. Jimmy Butler with a nice finish through contact.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Now, here's Doncic. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Powell kicks to Finney-Smith. The 3 for Doncic. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And so often acting as the catalyst. Doncic there playing off the ball, ready to catching fire.
Here's Vincent. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
A focused individual. Hero's not going to let a little contact affect his shot.
And so it's Dallas with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Jason Kidd. Jason, how do you feel about your team's performance?
I feel great. You know, we're sharing the ball, we're making the extra pass, but we're attacking the paint. And if we can continue to do that, it puts us in a good seat.
Jason, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. There. And I'm Kevin Harlan. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 11 points and 1 rebound. And from what we saw so far from the Mavericks, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, I like what I'm seeing on the offensive end. They're keeping things simple, getting to their spots, and executing. Nothing fancy, kind of like Shaq's suit.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
And their defense has been an absolute disaster, offering little to no resistance, allowing the other team to walk all over them. They need to show way more fight in the second half, or they're going to get trampled.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Strus on the wing along with Butler. Caleb Martin out there with Adebayo. And it's Lowry in at the 1. Hardaway, no good. The Heat trail by 6. The Mavericks, GA, have been trying to tighten up their defense the past few seasons, and it's beginning to show.
And we're seeing signs that the players are getting the message. They're spending more energy at that end of the floor, and that's essential for any elite team.
Now here's Hardaway. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And there's a lot of power behind Woods' dunks. He's not going to get cheated when he takes it to the rim.
Strus finds Adebayo. A fadeaway. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Pass to Bullock. Here's Hardaway. Defended by Strus. Here's Finney-Smith, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And winning has become more consistent in Miami than ever. Jimmy Butler was acquired, made it all the way to the finals in his first year, and have steadily won games each season.
No good on the free throw.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Christian Wood. Bertans comes in for Reggie Bullock. Frank Ntilikina checked in for Hardaway. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Luka Doncic. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. The Heat trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Good job attacking by Robinson, taking his shot right into the coverage.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting for
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
Shoot 2.
And that one falls for Robinson.
From undrafted to a vital role player, Duncan Robinson has become one of the game's most lethal three-point shooters.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Passes it to Bertans. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Bertans got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Pass to Vincent. Now Robinson. Now Adebayo. Guarded by Powell. Down low, here's Vincent. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Not many bigs have Bam Adebayo's vision. Just another reason this coaching staff trusts him with the ball.
Dinwiddie kicks to Ntilikina. No no good. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. At the guard positions, it's Doncic and Hardaway Jr. Reggie Bullock is out there with Maxi Kleber. And it's Wood in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now, here's Adebayo. There's Hero with the 3. The shot, no good.
Okay, when you're trying to make a comeback, you can't be hucking up low percentage threes. You have to find a better shot within the offense.
Steps back and fires. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Butler. The Heat trail by 8. To the paint, here's Martin. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
Great floor awareness there by Jimmy Butler, sensing one of his guys is open and gets it to him.
From 11 feet away, Miami grabs the miss.
This has reached desperation time for him.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Here's Doncic. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Doncic up and in on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
And the Heat all-time hit. They trail by 6. 51 seconds left in the game. Player of the game, Luka Doncic.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for Dallas. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He told them to stick with it. He said, this game is right here, guys. This is our game to take. Precision, purpose, and poise. Kevin, we'll see if we can get it done.
Thank you, David. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Now at the line for your Mavericks, Luka Doncic. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And it feels like Doncic has risen to stardom so fast. His drive to be an all-time great is very evident.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Shot and game clock separated by 5. From the box 16, the kick outside to Butler. Miami no good on that time either. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Here with Luka. You got the W, so what did you think about your performance?
You know, we got to win against a team that is very competitive. You know, they go hard no matter what. You know, they're a great team. And, you know, I'm just glad we got to win. We got to keep going like that.
Hey, man, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Can't find the ground no matter how I grind. Shadows stretch long across my skin. Where does it start? Where does it begin? Oh,